It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Broken glass everywhere. People on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with a tow truck repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head.
No, I just can't hear it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just start. Here we go.
Standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window, watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breezes blow. A crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of garbage pails, used to be a fag hag, such a dance to tango, skip the life and dango. A zircon princess seemed to lost her senses. Down at the peep show, watching all the creeps, so she could tell her stories to the girls back home. She went to the city and got so did it. She had to get a pimp, she couldn't make it on her own. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
My brother's doing fast on my mother's TV. Says she watches too much, it's just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. Can't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. The bill collectors, they ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, double-digit inflation. Can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. Me on King Kong, standing on my back, can't stop to turn around. Broke my sacroiliac, a mid-range migraine, cancer membrane. Sometimes I think I'm going insane, I swear I might hijack a plane. Don't push me, call, I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. My son said, Daddy, I don't want to go to school, cause the teacher's a jerk, he must think I'm a fool. And all the kids smoke reefer, I think it'd be cheaper if I just got a job, learn to be a street sweeper. I dance to the beat, shuffle my feet, wear a shirt and tie, and run with the creeps. Cause it's all about money, ain't a damn thing funny. You got to have a con in this land of milk and honey. They pushed that girl in front of the train, took her to the doctor, sewed her arm on again. Stabbed that man right in his heart. Gave him a transplant for a brand new start. I can't walk through the park cause it's crazy after dark. Keep my hand on my gun cause they got me on the run. I feel like an outlaw, broke my last glass jaw. Hear them say, you want some more? Living on a seesaw. Don't push me cause I'm close to the edge.
Alrighty. Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon there, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? What's up there, Big JX? What's going on there? Just that short down in the chat room there. Appreciate y'all dropping through already. Well, you know, I had to get on it. Give me a 1 or a 2 down in the chat if you both can hear me already. You can hear me pretty good. And we'll get straight into this. Y'all can hear me? Give me a 1 or a 2. 1 or a 2 if you can hear me. Yes, no, possibility. Can y'all hear me? All right, got a 1 or a 2. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank you very much. All right there, folks. You know, this is kind of like a, hey there, Vonda, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, listen, this is kind of one of those YouTube test streams. I had to do some revamping of some equipment. Kent came up and bought some equipment, had some trouble with my internet system, so I'm operating on the new system here, folks. So I'm going to test it out, and I couldn't figure out a better way to test it out than, you know, when you come find a new car, you drive, you take you a test drive. So I figure I'd drive down the YouTube streets today. Yeah. A couple of things that I've been wanting to talk about, I really haven't had time to, but one thing comes to mind. Seems to me in the last couple of days, the YouTube streets has been in the uproar about a certain palm-collared female going up on a few different panels, using the N-word with impunity, habitual line stepper when it comes to the N-word, and trying to justify it on several panels. Don't understand how anyone could justify. Listen, you'll hear the same thing all the time from a whole lot of folks. Well, I hear you folks say it. It's a term of endearment. Not all folks, excuse me, not all of the folks, us folks, black folks say that. I draw the line with a lot of things. The N-word would not be in existence if it had not been for white folks. That's just bottom line. It was never a term of endearment for white folks. They don't sit around in their living rooms in the 1800s, in the 1850s, in the 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s and say, "Hey, the N-word," as they like to use it, is a term of endearment now, so we should feel free to. If that were the case, why would it be considered as hate speech? Explain it. You can't. But you're going to see several people making. You're going to hear several people trying to give cover, and I'm not here to question why you gave cover. My personal opinion about it, they'll say, "Well, black people use the N-word all the time." Okay, that's fine. That's amongst us. You know, if you hear me saying it, usually it's something derogatory coming behind it. Excuse me. Let me give you something to drink there, folks. The life of a landscaper, you eat a lot of dust. You don't know what that means. Blower and everything else. So at the end of the day, you might have a part you through, you know. But anyway, the N-word was created as not as a term of endearment for us folks. Never has, never will be. White folks don't use it in that way. They never have and they never will. So anyone that chooses to give these folks cover when they come up on these panels and use it with impunity, as this young lady does, and try to justify it, you're absolutely out of your fucking mind. Now, I was over at Bomb Cherry's chat earlier, and I was hearing her and ABT. ABT comes in the chat from time to time. I was hearing them having a discussion about it. I'm kind of on the fence. Normally, I don't. When I have a disagreement with someone, I never walk into someone's house and disagree with the host. But if there's someone on the panel I disagree with, I will. But I'll never go into someone's chat unless it's an angry man or BGS. But anyway, until a little bit later on down the line there. But Bomb said some things I didn't agree with. And I think some of you folks will understand why I disagree with him. If you know me, you'll understand exactly why I disagree. There's no reason that any white person can justify using the N-word. Absolutely, there is none. Not in my opinion. Now, if there's some black folks out there that's comfortable enough for white folks to use that around them, then that's you. But when you bring it into the realm of public opinion, this is my opinion of it. It should never be used by a white person to a black person as a term of endearment, as a joke, or is there anything else? Because we know where it originated. They put it in Webster's dictionary, and if you look it up, when they first put it in, it said it's a stupid person to appease the black folks. See, it don't mean black no more. It means a stupid person. We fell for that shit for years. But I guarantee you, if you go to any Klan rally, you will hear they talking about the TA or the ER. There is no difference. It's just slang. Y'all try to turn a word that has all kinds of different, how do I say this? All kinds of negative connotations to it. And try to make it into a term of endearment, the strong R, right, Sharp? And then even when she says it, and this is on Sharon Bracy's panel, even when she says it, that would have been the end of the conversation for me. End of it. Listen, I would like for you to come on and explain why you use it. But for you to use it as many times as you did and to feel comfortable about it, I got to let you got to go. You're right. Right. Let me read this. Let me put this on the screen. So black folks are not a monolith, and I'm okay with anyone, black or white, calling me that word. I understand what you mean, Vonda, and for some that's okay, and I don't have a problem with that. But for me, and from where I came from, the word has never, coming from a white person, it's never been something that it's something followed by something good. So for some that's fine, but for me, mm-mm. And for Bomb Cherry, it was fine, but for me, like I said, she's entitled to her opinion, just as you are. But for me personally, you're absolutely right. Black people are not a monolith. Oh, she says, I'm not okay, is what I meant. Okay, let's rephrase that, because I was, I had my head cocked a little bit there. Right, right. It's to me, it's those who agree with it, and I'll still stick to that statement. If you are comfortable enough with a white person calling you the N-word, then you should know what you're dealing with. And for transparency, there was a point in time, folks said, have you ever dated out of your race? Yes, I have. She made the fatal mistake of thinking that she could just use that word because she got comfortable with it. That was the end of that relationship. There was no question about it. There was no question of what did I do wrong? What did I say wrong? Yeah. We're done. Right here, right now, we are done. That was it. Okay, let me put that up on the screen there, Bob. I'm not going back to edit it, so okay, folks. For clarification, she says black folks are not a monolith, and I am not. Let me repeat that. I am not okay with anybody, white or black, calling me that word, and that's my stance on it. I'm not okay with it. I take offense to it. When I use the word loose, nigga, round up in my streets, it's nothing good, is it? I'm there to talk shit about you. There's no nothing. When I say look at the bunch of N-words hanging out in the street, even though they're the same color as me, still don't mean it. There's a difference between black folks and them N-words, as they call them. There's a big difference. We know the difference. They don't. They see all of us as the same. And I'm going to that, Shar. You're absolutely right. And this was now that you mentioned this statement right here, Shar, although you didn't say it the way it was, a stream originated with some folks saying that black men will allow white women to come up on a panel and use the N-word with impunity and will not stop her from doing it. And Sharon Bracy's panel that day was a prime example of you're absolutely right. Now, ABT and Bomb Cherry said something that I know that all you black women will agree with. There's absolutely, hey there, Raw Talk, how you doing? There's absolutely no way that if that panel was full of black women, that particular white female would have came up there and used the N-word with impunity like she did. There's absolutely no way she would have. And this would spark the whole conversation. So to get back to the originator of this, yes. Black men do allow white women to use that word with impunity. But a sister will hold a white woman accountable. You just said what? Oh, girl, you must be out your damn mind. How many ass whippings have we seen on the YouTube streets from a Karen using the N-word? The sister took everything else, but as soon as the N-word came out, ass whip time. Am I wrong? But brothers, and y'all know who I'm talking to, I'm gonna throw the stone and whoever land and hit, I'm gonna hear you holler. Y'all won't allow white women to come up on the panel and use the N-word and talking about, oh, she's just using the GA, not the ER. The fuck? Where they do that at? But that's what they say. Now, I know I'm right. There's no way that would have been a panel full of ladies and this particular young lady named Grace would have came up there and use the N-word as she did, okay? So without further ado, folks, I took a clip, about 10, 12, 15-minute clip of Bomb Cherry's chat. Bomb, I hope you don't mind. I'm not trying to put you on Front Street, but of course I have to use your stream as an example because this I heard that I didn't hear it on Sharon Bracey's channel. I would have clicked that, but since you guys were over there talking about it, I would have here we go, folks. Now check this out. Let me get this off the screen first. Okay. Before we go any further, let me put this up there. Fair use, ladies and gentlemen. Fair use. Okay? Fair use. It is what it is. It's for education or observation or conversation. You know, I'm not stealing anybody's intellectual property. So without further ado, let's check this out.
I'm doing my best. I don't know if I'm doing great at it, but I'm doing my best. So I would say this. So you are somebody that's absolutely comfortable with saying the N-word, ERRGIA. Why are you so comfortable using the word?
Well, wait, before I explain, could you actually play the video of me that you're going to play? Just so
you know
you
that,
can get the context?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can play it, but
it's only a little bit.
Because I really since you are here, I'd rather just have the conversation.
Okay, before we go any further, hey there, Sharp Willie. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the panel. How are you?
I'm fine. Greetings.
So let me ask you. Of course, you're a black woman. Would a palm-covered or white woman come up on a panel that you want and use the N-word?
No.
For any reason? Is it for any context to it?
If she's reading something that we're talking about, that's the subject or something, maybe.
Right. And if she doesn't use it, she doesn't use the complete word with the GA or the hard R, that she just uses the N word to replace it. That's understandable, correct?
I would be asking, what you say?
Right. Wait a minute. Okay.
The whole show will stop.
Right.
What's his name? GMT. Stop the show.
Stop the show, ladies and gentlemen. I can see him leaning back now. What we have here is you Negroes. Long pause. Smirk. Gonna let this palm-covered female come up on the panel and use this is where he leans back.
The N-word.
N-word. Staring at the screen.
They're gonna say, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Where is the outrage? We've been around too long, Sean.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Got it down pat.
But anyway, she's about to. What she said. This is Bomb Cherry is playing a clip from Sharon Bracey's channel. Again, fair use, folks. Since it's being passed around, sure, you can. You're welcome to hit the link and come on up, Ron.
Could you pin it for me? I was trying to figure out how to pin it.
I don't know how.
I can see. I know how to show it. I don't know how to pin it on.
Yeah, I don't know how, but there it is, Raw Talk. You're welcome to come right on up. No, I don't know how.
I'll copy and paste it then.
Right. Okay. I put it up. But again, for me, folks, and I'll say this, and I'll stand on my guns on this. I have friends, but I don't look at them. And when I say I don't see color, when I see my friends, when I call up my friends, I call them up by their name. I don't say I have a white friend named Chris. I call up my friend named Chris. You know what I mean?
Correct.
If I have a black friend named Stanley, I don't say I got a black friend named Stanley. I just call him my friend Stanley. Now, the only reason there'll ever be a distinction, this is a common name, Steve. It's common in the black neighborhoods and it's common in the white neighborhoods. So sometimes you might have to make the distinction. Oh, I'm talking about my white friend, Steve, not my black friend, Steve.
Okay.
Correct?
All right.
There's still no N-word in that anywhere, is it?
No.
That was my point. Nah, come on up. Don't be shy. I've heard you speaking before, Raw Talk. Come on up.
Don't be shy.
Right. You don't have to come up here. It's not a necessity. I call myself the voice. Only the shadow know what I look like. I've been successfully kept my identity like Batman for the last 12 seasons.
You're safe here.
Right. Right. I pulled into the Batcave and went, wait a minute. Oh, forgot to put my mask on. Damn it. She done seen me. But sure, well, come on up. You're more than welcome to. But anyway, getting back to this black and white thing, folks. You know, it's the same way with me. I'm not gonna go to my white friend and use the hunky. You know what I'm saying? It's funny when George Jefferson said it. It was funny then. But I'm not gonna go to my white friend Chris and say, "Hey, hunky, what's up?" You see what I'm saying?
That's weird.
Yeah. So it's okay. It's okay. See, this is the point that I don't get with black folks. You will walk gingerly around that word hunky. Peckerwood. But you will give white folks a pass on the N-word. Does that make sense?
I haven't even heard that since I haven't heard that in a long time.
Richard Pryor made that famous. Peckerwood. Have you ever seen that clip with him in Saturday Night Live? Him and Chevy Chase and Richard Pryor. Folks, if you have never seen this, I think this is one of the clips back in the early 80s of the heyday of Saturday Night Live, to where this kind of broke the the mold for it's okay to start using the N-word.
Oh, must have been the late 70s.
Yeah. You would have to see it when Chevy Chase and Richard Pryor is on there. They're in Richard Pryor's interview for job interviews, and Chevy Chase is the manager.
Okay.
Reality for a minute, because I've been on interviews like that. You haven't asked me anything about this job yet. Nothing. And yet you asked me about my background. What does where I come from have to do with whether I could do this job or not? But anyway, let's continue right here. Let's hear her try to explain this out.
With you personally, and just tell me how did it become so comfortable for you to use the word in either variation of it? Since we don't even need to use a video, you here, so we don't even need the video, to be honest. Because we didn't even put you in the crap because nobody.
Okay, well, two things. Number one, I don't say it freely. I only say it with people I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
And it's.
She says. Now this is one of the parts that Bomb's Cherry's going to come in a little bit later on, and she's going to try to explain this. But to me, she does not. She says she only says it's around people that she's comfortable with. Meaning, she only uses the N word around black folks that she's comfortable with.
On panels that other men call themselves that. That's what she's saying.
That's exactly what she's saying. And why no one
in her regular life?
Say that again, Short.
She's not using that in her regular life.
No. And then right. And then she tries to come later on and say, well, all the white kids say it on their gaming platforms. You can hear it on their headphones. How do we know that? I don't game.
And what that has to do with this?
Right. What does that have to do with
you
that?
Watch kids? What's you watching some kids? What's that mean?
It does. Her explanation does not make sense, but no one picks up on this fact that what she's saying is a bunch of hogwash, because we don't know that on a gaming platform that folks. She even says it that the white kids say it, but they have on headphones. How the hell would we know what they're saying if you didn't tell us that? It's your word against theirs. Have you ever been on the platform and heard? She said they're using the Call of Duty, and the white kids be saying the N word. How do you know?
And why? That's the other question. Why would they say that? They call each other that?
Right.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Right. It's the heat of battle that brings the N word out in you.
Can I ask a few questions? Because I want to make sure I understand. The woman at the top of the screen, that's the one that's speaking?
Yes, the white lady in the middle.
Okay. All right, because there's a little delay in the talk and the stream, so I just wanted to make sure who's who.
All right, I'm still new at this. Like I say, I'm testing my new equipment, so y'all bear with me, okay?
You're good. If you don't upload it and just share it, that will happen.
Okay.
No worries.
What did Superstar say about what Superstar said? He might be mad at me.
You good though? You good? You're just testing.
Yeah, I'm just testing, folks. So
it's the internet. So I'm saying it somewhat for entertainment because. Wait, if she said this in the beginning, then what's the problem? Right? That's what it.
Shar, you want to take that on? She said, okay, that's Mom Cherry's voice right there. I want to welcome to the show the RTC Real Talk. How you doing? How you doing? Raw Talk. I'm sorry. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing tonight?
Hello.
Doing great. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So, I'll, of course, you're a black woman, so I'll ask you, could this particular young white female right here get up on a panel, say it's you, Shard, 5 other black females, and use the N-word with impunity, or explain or try to explain the reason that she's using it?
No, she can't say it around me.
At all. No reason.
No reason. Like, because there was a clip that I was sent earlier. There was like a compilation of her and her father, I guess, be on different panels. And like, they just kept dropping that word, and I cringed every time. And like, I even cringed when I was like cloud watching Sharon's panel for the last couple of days. I'm like, what is going on? it like, is this for real? Is she trolling? Like, who is this chick? But then come to find out, her um father got like an inappropriate relationship allegedly or whatever. But I don't know. This is very interesting that Sharon is allowing this kind of behavior on his panels. But he's complicit with things, so I'm not really surprised.
Well, that's another thing that folks are saying. I'm only repeating what I've heard in the YouTube streets the last couple of days, especially on this particular topic and on a few other things that that we'll get into. But on this one, there's a lot of folks are saying that Sharon is complicit with this. Part of as I'm listening to Bomb Cherry stream earlier, supposedly that these two. We're thinking, if you're watching this for the first time, that they're unfamiliar with each other, but somewhere allegedly there's a stream to where that they're actually on a panel together. So
Really?
allegedly, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if there's ever any proof to it, but just as the YouTube streets is pretty small.
Right, yeah. It really is.
So it wouldn't be y'all can chime in on this. It wouldn't be unfathomable that Sharon and this particular young Grace would be on the same panel at one time or the other.
Right, and I don't want to use the excuse that he's married to one of them, because just from what I've seen in the chat, she seemed like she's a pretty decent woman. So I'm not going to talk about somebody's wife in that regard, but I in my honest opinion, I don't see how black women are supporting this man in the first place, because not the fact that he's married, he's married out, but he's basically the typical black male. He got multiple kids, however many baby mamas, but then he marries the Becky over here. Just that's just the term that is used in the internet space. But you can create a whole channel, quote unquote, dedicating yourself to speaking for or caping for black women. But when I be watching his panels, like, I don't know if they be catching a lot of his, but I just don't see the respect that everybody else is seeing. I don't see the protection. I hear a lot of words, but when men get on the panel, for the most part, like, some of the women don't really get a chance to speak. He don't really give them a moment to talk, and when he does, it's kind of like, okay, are you done? You got it out now. I'm just really confused on how black women are moving out here as a majority, because we talk about majority versus the minority, and it seems like the majority of black women wants to desperately find a safe space under men, no matter how it looks, and that's kind of scary to me. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ramble.
Wow.
No. You go ahead, speak your mind. That's what we're here for. That's what we have this platform for. It's for people to come speak their mind freely. I don't, whether you support Sharon's channel or whether you agree or disagree with him. Myself, and I think anyone that's ever listened to me here on YouTube or on the radio, I try to be as fair and balanced as possible. And sometimes you got to call out what you see, and what you see is what you see, and you don't see now to agree with you. The very first time I went to one of Sharon's streams, it said accountability. So I watched the stream. My thing was the next time I was asked about it was by Bomb Cherry, and she said, "Have you ever been over?" I said, "I've been in the clouds a few times. I don't. What do you think about it?" I said, "Well, I don't think it has the appropriate name."
No,
because no one's over there being no one's being accountable. So, I'm pretty frank about that. I spoke to Brownsville about it on their channel. On Bomb Cherry's channel, you guys call yourself the solution-based gang or solution-based group, but what solutions are happening over there? You can't have a solution when someone's able to pay to take you off the panel because they don't like what you're saying. That's not a solution.
or keep somebody on the panel even when they pay. Because one thing I did notice, it was either yesterday, right? I saw Fatty, and we on Lock Nation, I think, and they was giving super chat to take her down, and I firmly believe that he was pretending not to see those super chats for as long as we, that's just me. Because I'm just like, bro, you really just had $70 come through telling take Grace down, and you're just up there like a Chester cat every time. I guess she over here dropping the N bomb, and I don't know, maybe tickles that pussy or something. Because I'm not being disrespectful. When I first saw Sharon, before I knew he was married, I thought he was.
Hey, Black Hawk, how you doing? Hey,
No, I don't know. Definitely don't want to claim that, but it was just confusing. Like, bro, you
well,
got $7. Why didn't you get it? But let them know it. I'm just like,
Funny.
yeah, Sharon. That's all I can say about that. Listen, hey Black Hawk, how you doing, my man? Listen, I'm gonna speak on the Angry Man a little bit later. No DJ music, loose nigga stream is complete without an Angry Man session. Wait a minute. Before we go any further, am I correct in this? Did this nigga pull out a piece on the stream?
Yes. A pew pew.
Or the blicky, as he called it. Did this nigga brandish a weapon on a stream?
A piece of steel. Like, who did?
Angry Man.
Oh my God! Listen, Angry Bird. He's problematic within himself.
Well, hold your thoughts on her. Hold your thoughts on him, the bearded one. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it because I haven't seen anything of his in a good while, and it's probably good that I haven't.
All right, let's go on with this stream here because this young lady got some explaining to do.
It sounds like right now it sounds like she's being herself. So this is my first time seeing it from the very beginning. Hey, that's my bitch. I don't do that, but some women do that, and nothing's wrong with that. They do that with their friends in their girl group or their friend group, and so you with the people you with, and y'all learn what y'all.
Well, Bomb, I'm gonna agree with you on that one because I mean, sure you can attest to that. I might use the word, but don't call me one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what word I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Right.
It's a person, place, or thing.
Right. Don't call me that. Don't do it.
Don't do it. I don't care. Just don't. Using it as a term and endearment. You're not us. Then you're not like us, so you're not allowed.
No. And that's the whole point of the whole point of this. You're making excuses for what everybody's making excuses for what she's doing. There's no excuse for what she's doing. This should not be a stream. This should not be conversation. And it's fucked up that I'm having it. It's fucked up that we're having it. And I don't think anyone's grasped that particular part of this yet. It's fucked up that this young lady is able to get on this live stream and use the N-word, and y'all are on here trying to rationalize why she's using it. Go ahead, Char.
But that's in the title. That's the whole purpose of talking about it. It's because he has it in the title. You see what the title says?
Exactly.
White woman spewing racial stir. It's kind of foggy. Slurs against black people. Is this okay? So he wants to have 5 hours of that talk. So that was the purpose of it.
And it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go right ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and then he came back today posing the question, is it a problem that white women can use the N-word now? What you mean now? Like it's always been a problem.
It's always been a problem. It
What?
ain't
What
now.
are we
It's always
doing?
been a problem. That's why I'm having this stream, because it's always been a problem. Because but the girl says herself, they've normalized it. What's the word I'm looking for? Cognitive dissonance. What is the word I'm looking for? I don't know why I always fuck that up. But you know what I'm saying? You just remove yourself from reality by thinking, well, okay, it'll blow over. Don't worry about it. And it's not hurting anybody. They use it. That's their excuse. They use it, so it's okay.
You know how y'all gonna speak to each other, how y'all gonna communicate. So right now it sounds like she's just saying, I only do it with the people I'm comfortable with.
You know, but we can't control what she's doing around the people she's comfortable with and what they allow her to do around them. Like we can't control that. And obviously with this male's panel, that's his show, that's all of that. But they can't come around me with that.
Okay, that's 3 for 3 right there. I three women I posed that question was posed to 3 women, you Shar, you Raw, and ABT on Bomb's channel, saying you can't come around me with that. So I'm not a woman, but that's 4. I guarantee you, if I keep counting, all 10 of my fingers will be up, and I'll have to pull my shoes off, start counting toes.
Yeah, because I don't take over or aggressive or anything on someone's panel, but I will ask if I can ask a question. And then once you allow me to ask a question, then we're going to have that conversation of, why did you say that? And it goes wherever that conversation will go.
Right. I got you.
That's absolutely unacceptable.
Right.
Absolutely unacceptable. And I'm not gonna. I couldn't even see. Look at this. I couldn't even watch this stuff. Look at this shit here. Way too comfortable. This is ridiculous. Shit.
But she haven't even said the word yet. It sounds like they going for entertainment purposes. Because she didn't say the word yet, right?
Yeah, because she's trying to.
And that's another thing. That's what it was about. It was for entertainment purposes. Right before they put that thing around your neck. That's the thing. She thinks it's for entertainment. Right. It's for entertainment purposes. That's how far removed she is away from thinking that the N word is harmful. It's for entertainment.
Think about this. It was entertainment many years ago for just them. And now it's entertainment for these Negroes to make money. Isn't that interesting? They just flipped it. Isn't that interesting? Wow.
I wish sometime I had I can't think of his name right now. GMT. Folks make fun of him, but the GMT is spot on sometimes. On his own kind of way, he's spot on. I know we'd be using his voice, but I venture to see the stream that he's going to do on this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it really will.
Right. She's trying to be a shock jock. She's trying to get people up in arms, and she got people to watch.
See that.
Okay, you don't see. Okay.
She would have already said the word. Remember, he said, "Why do you feel?"
But didn't she say? Aren't people saying she said the word?
She gonna end up saying the word, but right at this point, she was trying to get him to understand the context. So she still haven't said the word right now, and she just admitted, well, I don't say it freely. I only say it around my people.
That's saying it freely. What?
Freely. I don't care if you're saying it loosely, freely, tight, close to your chest. There's no reason to say it. Just because you put the word freely behind it. Sure. Well.
Hey, it's not really much more to say after that. I mean, this is just a money maker. Let me start something, get people talking. They're going to donate. We're going to do that, and then we'll maybe try to get some more money tomorrow. That's all this is.
Well,
Yeah, conversation.
let me ask both of you ladies. Who I heard the word shock jock. Who do you think's trying? Who's being the shock jock?
The
Can you
channel
explain what
owner,
shot top is?
The channel owner.
yeah,
The channel owner's being the shock jock. That's who's being the shock jock.
yeah, he's running the
And what
show.
does that mean?
That's right.
Oh,
That's
one
right.
show. Yeah, no, I do think he is the mastermind behind the whole thing. Because he's just too calm for me. I'm not saying that black people need to get all in their emotions every time we hear a white, because I heard something about gaming, and from what I've heard, like even coming across just clips, sometimes on TikTok, you'll see, these young men or boys gaming, and like I've seen it in real life where like two people call each other the N word, and it just I was confused by it. Like, okay, when did y'all call? Like, when did y'all become the N word? Like, I know we'll call you wiggers or but this is what y'all doing these days, and like over time, it just become more acceptable because, of course, it's our own that's saying, "Oh well, he's cool. He grew up with us," or the white person say, "Oh, I grew up in the hood," and it's like, okay, well, if y'all cool with it, then that's fine. But I just know that I don't want it said around me, and I hope I can get that respect. But um,
No,
it's just you
I'm
know,
not cool with it. No, no, no. And that again, Ron, that's I understand your sentiment. And you're absolutely right on this. There's absolutely no reason for you and I or anyone else that's black to say that I'm comfortable with a white woman coming on a panel using the N word, and then like Bomb said, the other ABT said, it's the shock value to it is black folks are going to respond to it. You know that. You know that somebody was going to super chat. You know somebody was going to do this. So now again, I'll ask both of you ladies: do you think, from what you've heard about Sharon, do you think that you can call this channel the solution based group?
are we allowed to curse?
Yes, ma'am. You're free to speak your mind here.
I, okay, because I just want to say hell no. I think it's a hypocrisy.
Well, go ahead and say it.
Yeah, hell no. It's not SGB whatever or SB solution gateway bank. It's not that at all. It just seemed like the same circular conversation that's been happening for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 years now. It's just being recycled because if you, I'm not sure how new a lot of people are in the space. I've been here for the past maybe 3, 4 years, but there's a lot of like rebranding, and they're rebranding, but then still having these same circular conversations. So that's what I'm kind of noticing. Like, 'cause you saw the Lapi quote unquote network disband or go their ways and do their own thing, but you notice they're still having the same conversation, the same um, relationships, and who's going to make me a sandwich, who's submitting, all that. It's happening all over again, and that's why I'm like, okay, a lot of people have to be new because you know they may not know who Tommy Sotomayor is, and that's another problematic person who's banned from YouTube. But once again, Sharon is letting these individuals up on his panels who have said crazy shit about black people. Like Tommy, like have said the most egregious shit about black people in general, and then the same thing like Kevin Samuel, when he moved on to bashing black women, that's when the bag really started coming in. Like he was, getting that bag, but I don't know. It's just a lot of grifting, a lot of rebranding of the same content, and now like y'all really doing anything for clout by let a Becky of anybody. But see, that's how like let me not get started with the Beckys and the Moors and how to the reason why, they were overturned because they was over there pillow talking with the Becky after they climbed Caucasus Mountain. And then after they pillow talked with the Becky, Becky went back and told her man the secret. And this is what you see. Black people being complicit in behavior like we're always inviting somebody to the barbecue because they can do something. They probably can do the Dougie or the Stanky leg, and now you're invited to the barbecue. But then it's like we're in this time and space where race is starting to become like a non-factor because we're all average folks. But goddamn, like they like really y'all really having white people being okay with the N word, and then her daddy over here talking about he's a real nigga. Man, a real nigga where? Like, please don't get me started.
Let me help you out.
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, hell, no, no. Oh my god.
What do you think, Shaw? I don't know how, as the good Dr. Richard would say, and I don't want to assume how much you know about Sharon Bracey's channel, but from the little that I know that you do know about this channel, what do you think your
Okay.
overall? Yes.
Okay. So what I've been on display, I'll say that between you and Big J Triple X is he has the name of a channel that he changed the name, and the channel direction doesn't live up to the name. It's about getting people on and off the panel for a cause. They're streaming, he told me, a minimum of 5 days a week, 5 hours. So it's obvious that this is money driven, and that's it. So don't be surprised if you see someone in blackface. They're not going to they're going to keep pushing the envelope as far as they can do. That's where they are now.
I absolutely agree with you. From what I've seen of the channel, whether I enjoy the channel, whether I super channel. Listen, if I enjoy your content, I'm going to support you. That's just bottom line. Maybe a few twos and fews here. I'm still going to drop a few coins for the Mac up. But the fact of, like you said, Shaw, you're streaming 5 days a week. You cannot be solution based when your bottom line is about making money.
Yeah, that's
If
the
you're
driving factor.
right, if making money is the driving factor, say so. Don't call it the solution based group. Call it the Skrilla based group. In California, ever been to California? What they call money? Skrilla.
Mm.
SBG. Call it that. From what I've seen, from I was graduated, and from when I look in the chat room and I hear the different people doing streams about Sharon's Bracey's channel, I'm gonna call it out, whether you like or dislike. But I gotta say that I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I think Brownsville put you women to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Brownsville came in there, ladies, queens. You know why he was able to put you women to sleep? Because every panel y'all go into, there's some exactly what I mean. Some loose nigga that either don't want you to talk or gonna disrespect you or talking up under your clothes. Daryl Long, countless of these fellas that say they got the best interest of y'all women. They come in there on Wilson sheep clothing. I dare anybody, anyone, to say or show me, since somebody want to holler about $1,000, show me to where I harassed any woman on this platform. Show me. Show how long have we known each other?
20.
Quite some time.
Yeah.
Gee,
Quite some time. Rhonda, how long have we known each other? Classic Ruby, how long have we known each other? Go on my channel and find me disrespecting women. Go on my channel, find me talking about somebody that don't deserve to be talked about. Brownsville, he put y'all to sleep. Y'all started super chatting Sharon. His head got big.
Yep.
And along comes John. Who's John? Angry man.
What he say? A dollar make the pussy go woo woo, whatever.
It
He said.
sure
Like,
does.
I would have. Okay, go ahead though. Let me not. You know, I get it. They clips and they're funny, but
I understand. I understand your frustration because what you're saying has merit to it. You cannot say that this is a solution-based group when everyone is up for the dollar. Everyone is willing to silence you. I was not on Sharon's panel 20 minutes before someone decided that what I was saying they didn't want to hear anymore. Hey, Candy King. I want to say your name, Sharif. I hope I'm Zariah. One of y'all say that name for me, please. Zahara. Sharif, welcome. Thank you for dropping in. For you folks that's popping in and out, thank you so very much. But again, you know, you can't be solution based when everything's around. Not Sharon Bracey is a businessman. The bottom line of that chat room is to make money. Y'all women have not seen that yet. ABT on Bomb's platform said there's only one way to stop these loose niggas from profiting off y'all. Stop going to their platforms.
exactly.
That's it.
That's true.
That's it. Whether you support by dollars or whether you sit in their chat room 20, 30 minutes, guess what? By you being there, you're supporting them. If I see Angry Man come up on the panel, if I see BGS come up on the panel, if I see Daryl Long come up on the panel, if I see Fatty,
Jay Prince.
Oh yeah, definitely.
gone.
Uh-oh.
I'm gone. Ain't got time for foolishness. A lot of y'all women get mad at folks like me when I call out the obvious. The obvious is if y'all stop supporting them with them super chats. Sooner or later, those who were there who really are content creators, not calling themselves the GOAT. Those of you who are there for the dollar, and all you do is having people talk about each other on your panel, sooner or later, you too will suffer the consequences of Nyla, Taz, Cynthia G. How many channels have been stricken down? I've been on YouTube.
Raw B.
Raw B. How many times have Bomb Cherry lost her channel on some bullshit?
Yeah, several times.
Several times. I've been on YouTube. If you go up in the thing, it says since 2012. How many years is that? 12 years? I ain't got kicked off yet. For some reason or other, you folks believe that that channel that you have on YouTube, and sure, I spoke to you about this earlier, that channel that you have belongs to you. It does not belong to you. It belongs to YouTube. But at any point in time that YouTube decide that you went against their community guidelines, you're done.
Yep.
Let's continue. Let me read this by Candy King first. Let's see. At this point, it's less about solution and accountability and more about which content will bring the most money. Cool, but I don't have to participate. And you're absolutely right. Again, these are what the folks that watch your content, Sharon Bracey. These are what the folks that are talking about. Those folks are down in the chat room that super chat you, that keep conversations going. These are what the folks are saying about you. You're not solution based anymore. I'm not saying it. They're saying it. Don't hold the stream saying, "Oh, DJ Music just hating because he ain't got a bunch of subscribers." Let me go ahead and say this, folks. YouTube, to me, is child's play. When I ain't got nothing to do, when I'm not tending to my regular business, I'm on YouTube. The rest of the time, my work speaks for itself. Like I said, I asked somebody before, the next time you're on Google, type in Mr. Fantastic. Tell me what shows up.
Okay.
Cartoon character.
Okay, nothing but cartoon characters. Type in Angry Man. Guess what shows up? Guess what shows up? Some guy that looks like a Viking with a crown on his head. Nothing serious about them. Type in DJ Music. Type in classic R&B jams. And they're super chat in the bunch. Do I get donations? Do I ask for them? They come. But that's not how this channel is run, and that's not how that radio station is ran. Blood, sweat, and tears. I don't produce bullshit.
You're worried about views and you only got 3 people watching your. That's fine, but at least I could keep my channel.
That's 3 people though. Okay, that's 3 people. Those 3 people know 3 people. Those other 3 people know 3 people. So
and
what?
Eventually it will grow. Like people acting like they didn't have to start from the bottom themselves. Like we all had to struggle at some point getting to 50 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 300, 5. Like it took a little time for me. It didn't happen overnight.
It absolutely won't. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will a successful YouTube channel.
Not at all.
You got to take the bumps with the bruises. You're not going to have a packed house every night. Listen, when I broadcast, some nights I'm amazed at how many people's listening. But on other nights, it's like, damn, where everybody at? That's the nature of this business.
Mm-hmm.
And folks will say, well, you only got so many subs or so many whatever subs. Guess what? They're all authentic.
Yep.
Somebody got how many subs a certain YouTube person got, and he barely got 400 or 500 people in his chat room. Do the math. That's less than 1% of his subscribers.
Right. Okay, over here stuck in stagnant mode. I want to talk about social hierarchy, but hey, some people live and learn, and they back down here with us peasants. So hey.
Right, I'll be a peasant. Listen, I can guarantee you, and well, I've seen some of your uploads. Sure, of course, I've worked with you a number of times over the years. I'm not going to go over to your channel, neither one of your channels, and find bullshit.
I mean, I try not to be involved in the mess. Like, do I like to sometimes observe and maybe look at, review the mess and what's going on? Yeah, but
it's better than TV. It's better than. Yes, it's better than TV though. I mean, to watch a manosphere stream, but them loose niggas trying to explain why women's so bad. This shit is funny.
It's funny as hell. It's sad and it's funny. It's like y'all can't get a date to save your life. Like that's why they're over there pushing escorts and because everything that a woman say she could do, well, I could pay for it. Okay, well then go pay for it. But then they.
You can't make me do that.
Like, stop.
Good.
You can't tell me what to do.
Right, that's the answer. Listen, and for those guys that talk about they got to go overboard and overseas and catch these women, hey, go.
Bye.
You ain't got to hold a stream about it. Bye. Good, just go. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't have to leave the United States to catch me a woman. Matter of fact, the fuck.
Okay, but
what was that? What was that term that? What was that term that Dre used? Sharp, dirty foot.
Oh, the dirty foot countries.
Right, you going all the way over to dirty foot countries. Well, folks, let me tell you something. In my time in the Marine Corps, I've been to them dirty foot countries, and y'all ain't big balling when you get there, okay?
Not at all. Cause see, that's what they
Because it
do.
don't
And
take much.
they don't go to the upscale, suburb classy places. No, they'll go straight to
Hell
the hood
no.
and claim,
You
oh,
go to
she's
the hood,
submissive for that because like
right?
you over here fronting $40 and that may be however like what $100 in they currency. I'm not sure. I just don't know the numbers.
$40 in some parts of the Philippines is a month's salary.
Wow.
Okay, see, so yes, they may be submissive for that month because you got $40. But you think you balling on that $40. So once again, you can't even
That's right.
compete in other countries. But
It's
wherever
balling
you
out of control.
somebody
Because
mad, like
$20 go a long way in the Philippines. How I know? I've been there.
and I don't see
A
nothing wrong with
long way. You can take $20 and have a great time and come home with change.
seeing that's my kind of, that's my kind of vibe. But they want to brag about that, but basically you okay, you want to pay for cat, but you want to pay less for it. So you can stretch your little $40 over there, but over here you got to work for it, and that's what you don't want to do. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to get
They
bent
don't
over.
have the
They don't want to court her.
majority of them don't have the gift of gab. They don't know what it is to they'll use these words. They don't know how to pursue a woman. They don't know what words to use. They don't know the right cologne to use. They don't know the right poetry to read. They don't know the right song to play. But why?
Right.
Because they're all wrapped up in these damn video games and all and these circle jerks of these manosphere, whatchamacallits, that instead of I'm not praising women. I'm not. Somebody gonna say that, but listen here. As soft as y'all motherfuckers, I wish I would sit around in a room full of dudes talking about how bad women are. That's condescending.
So what's the name of that channel? I think it's Mr. 151. He said it. He said you niggas ain't got no game. Cause I've caught a few of his stream before in the past, and the dudes that be getting up there, I'm just like, or some of the content he reviewed, these dudes really don't have the gift for gab. They don't know, like you said, how to woo a woman, or like they don't know how to court her. They expect, because they're the man and we're supposed to just submit.
They don't.
Work.
Sure. Let me ask you something. You used to what's the lady Kendra Dees used to review some of her things. What do you think about the majority of those men that was up in those panels?
How do you want me to answer that when you say
however you want to?
Well, I need to know if you want to know my personal opinion, my average overall opinion. I mean, okay, so actually the men, they are looking for something for little or nothing. And that's why they go there. They're like, hey, I'm about to get out in 6 months, so I'm looking in the street.
Wait a minute, you about to get out of jail in 6 months?
Yeah, the guy's called from jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like hit me in my DM, and we gonna get together. So they need a place to go. They don't have anything, and it seemed like those are the type of guys that show up there.
Yeah.
Well, to me, honestly, from what I've seen of the folks that review these dating streams, like Melanie Monaco and Tasha K, a bunch of losers, no game, absolutely no game. Believe me, I can promise you this: if any one of these women that I've run into in these chat rooms, if I had an interest in y'all, guarantee you would have known it by now. You wouldn't have found out on the stream. I wouldn't have gave you a little small piece of paper folded up, check the box, yes or no.
Oh, you would have folded up that virtual paper?
Yeah. If you get down there, check the box. Do you like me? Yes or no? Check the box. Give it to my friend. I don't want to read it. Hell out of here. They have no game. And they listen. A lot of these guys still talk about. Now, let me ask you folks something. Have y'all, Rashard, and throughout the history of our conversations, how many times have you actually heard me bring up high school?
Mm.
I'm still thinking. That's not
Ah,
science.
okay,
I'm
right.
literally still
Not
thinking.
very many. You hear these 40, 50, 35-year-old men still talking about their high school days. It's sad, fellas, when you are 35, 36, 45, 50 years old, and you still talking about your best days was in high school. Nigga, what?
Listen, then you got those that will take it all the way back to grade school and middle school, like the Nick Cannon, who got his heart broken in 8th grade, and ever since then he never trusted. Like, it's really sad out here. They really take that to heart.
Right. We had a guy calls himself the master teacher that's been in love with a 70s a TV star for however long. I ain't calling no names, BTS, but you got it bad, Pam Grier.
Got it bad.
He gonna get you.
Hey Ruby, how you doing? Harry, how you doing? Speaking of right there, that like I say, the majority of women that come into my chats and I have conversations with, you know, like I always say, when you women go up on the chat room, these are the women that get when you go into Sharon's chat room, these are the women that get knocked down for the $20, $30.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
Women with opinions. It's not going to let you just say all I am is just somebody for you to push around and pump out babies.
Listen, do these people already know we got the playbook of all of the Kevin Samuel Kitten Hills, may he rest in peace, talking point, talking about what percentage of him gonna die alone or by a dog.
What happened
Like,
to him?
a lot of them
And
is
what
choosing
happened
the dog, okay, and the bear at this point.
Okay.
So
What happened? What happened to Kevin?
he died alone.
Listen, I'm not one of those guys who talk about you should respect the dead. Listen, if you was a disrespectful person in life, why should I respect you in death?
But that part, he died alone, and then on top of that, on top of a Latina, okay, and save him for
Not a
like all
sister
the
in
blue pills
sight.
and Red Bull.
But he was right, making money off you. Red Bulls and blue pills. And Latinas is what killed him.
Okay. But you know, black women are living their best life with their dogs, their cats, their glass of wine, out here traveling. And the thing is, you know, I just really hate where it like this space got in far as the gender, because you have good people out here, both men and women. And if you know, listen to these spaces long enough, it makes you feel like you can't trust nobody.
Right. Good evening there. I am my grandmother's rebellion. You know what? That's a
Hey,
good thing.
Queen.
Because I am, you know, a lot of the things that I say, I hear myself talking sometimes. You know, my grandmother used to say that. But, you know, in the YouTube streets, I hear some of these men talking about they hate their mamas. They hate their grandmamas. Women that raised them. Women that up from what, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old when you were in diapers, all the way up to 18-year-old, provided everything for you. How the fuck did you say you hate that woman?
Some of them would answer if you asked them. I'm not going to repeat anything that I've heard, but if you hear that again, just ask the guy. He'll explain.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. That definitely would. You drop down. I don't know how. Somebody must have said something to you, but I don't know. We must have that aura about you. It just must be something about you. The aura, your presence. It just bloop. It just took me over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Lady.
Classy. I remember I used to call you Classic Ruby until you Classy Ruby. You said, no, it's classic.
But she is classy though.
Yeah, she has class, that's for sure. All right then, folks. Let's listen to a little bit more of the Have y'all seen that video on TikTok or Instagram where the little fella comes up in the toy car and talking about, hey mama, I found a white girl.
Oh, right.
Oh wow. No, I haven't seen that. Wow. Okay.
Holding her hand up like, yep, I'm her. Folks down in the chat, Shara and Raw. I found a white girl, and she using the N word a lot. Listen.
He said, why you feel like, okay, let's rewind. Now that's why I'm saying we don't be listening, man. It would have been the end of the conversation, but because it's entertainment, they probably, started asking them more questions and God is a said word, and not everybody in arms, but really, this is about entertainment. Okay, so here we go. Because she didn't even seem like she wanted to say, she didn't say it yet. Let me see, just a tad bit, not too much. And then he didn't even want to go play the context. She said, well, can you play the context? God damn, I touched the screen. I'm sorry.
Again, I keep saying there is context to that.
And I also want to welcome into the show Grace herself. Good day to you.
Hi, how you guys doing?
How you doing?
Ooh, what is this white woman doing here?
Oh, Lord.
Wow, you really just put me to the bottom like that, Sharon? That was hey. Nobody
y'all can show well for Becky.
Look, all I wanted to say before we start all this, it just took me back, Sharon. It just took me back. Grace, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did that. I just normally say shit that comes to my head without filtering. All I wanted to say was peace and love. Peace and love. Good day to everyone.
See, there again, here is, this was the main reason why this particular young lady, this young white lady here, and let me read this right here. My grandmother Rebellion says, good evening there, Mr. Music. Hope you're well. Yes, and I am very well. Thank you very much for asking. Just to let you know, if you are not aware, and I'm not, I really wasn't aware, I've heard some folks say it, her and her family are problematic and degenerate. If you do some research, and I absolutely will. I absolutely will do some research on it. Some tells me I'm going to have to do a follow-up stream on addressing the fact of, actually, I think I'm more talking to my folks than I am them folks. The fact that we're even having this conversation about, find out that there's a backstory behind this heifer.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. The whole.
And y'all let her up on the panel with just blatantly.
I guess so.
She's sleeping with that. Sure, go ahead.
I was going to say, how much more footage do you have? Because you're like an hour and a half in the show.
Mm-hmm. About, I think another. Actually, we can scan past this. That we done talked about the white lady enough. Let me get to some. Let me get to some more of the YouTube streets here. We don't talk about the white lady enough. Yeah, let's go to this. Talking about pandering, there, folks. Talking about pandering, right here. Now, this was very low, but listen to this. Basically, what Angry Man is saying is that he's going to stop his show if you folks don't support him. He go over to all these other different channels, which rolls me back to Sharon. He goes to all these different channels saying,
they super chatting.
Yeah, you're doing good. You super chatting them and all this other stuff, but y'all come over here and y'all don't do nothing. If y'all don't start supporting the channel, then I'm gonna just stop. What are you doing so important to make a difference anyway? Go ahead and stop.
Oh my God! These niggas be giving people ultimatums like they the king around here. We supposed to just, oh, I'm so sorry. You got your last, Betsy. Give me your last point.
You
go.
King.
I've been waiting for you to go. Like
kings. They kings. They need that money. That right. This ninja right here. This guy right here. This clip was kind of low, but let's continue. Let's continue. There he is. Look at him.
Yeah, it's too low. Can't hear it.
Okay, this right here. Oh, I'm sorry, I went too far. What we see here in front of us, folks. Let me go back here. There we go. Okay, these are some different headlines of what they talk about in the YouTube streets. Y'all see this?
Yes.
Kwame Brown reacts to black man kissing Joe Biden's hand. You ain't got nothing bad to talk about, Kwame. You're an NBA basketball player. What about this next one? Ladies, y'all want to talk about this one? 7 hours and 23 minutes and 44 seconds. You think that's all they talked about in there, or you think it's sooner or later turned into a clusterfuck?
After a good 3 hours, that's it. I'm stretching it. Normally 2, but okay. 2.5.
All right, let's go to some more here. Let's go to another headline. Here, this guy here. This guy right here. He calls himself the GOAT. GOAT, where your champ?
Well,
the GOAT has. Listen, the GOAT. I was debating feminism with the red pill pro-blacks, and some women were mad. He said he was debating that some years ago. He had to go into his greatest hits, change his name to Untold American History. What the fuck does debating pro-black feminism have to do with Untold American History? Does that make sense?
Hey, it's a throwback. That's what it say, throwback. So it's a throwback.
Damn right. Throw that fish back in the water. Let's see another headline. This is what they're talking about in the YouTube streets, folks. This is what they're talking about. Hey, here's some more comments. I tell you what, it's good to have some folks in the background to get these stuff on prepared. All you got to do is just be watch. Listen, I don't know where this came from, but again, we talked about it earlier. Man pulled out the blicky. Now let's talk about that for a minute. From what I understand, the blicky was pulled out, whether it was 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 15 seconds. 2 seconds, 1 second too long. Should have never been pulled. And the mere fact that the channel holder, Sharon Bracey, decided to go edit that footage and then put the channel back up means to me that he was giving Angry Man cover. Y'all agree with that?
He definitely was giving his channel cover because they can take your channel for that. The bots start looking for anything that's out the ordinary against their guidelines. They can hit you.
Right, but who did the egregious act, Sean?
You said the Angry Man did it.
Right.
So there you go.
Right. So you mean to tell me, Sharon Bracey? Do you mean to tell me, whether you call yourself the solution-based gang or whether somebody knocks on you or not, you mean to tell me that you're 4 or 5 hours to allow this man to come over there and destroy your channel in the blink of an eye? That clip was that particular clip of him pulling out that blicky, that weapon, was not clipped and not reported. Are you Angry Man pulled out a gun and did nobody clip it? Are you kidding me? Now, I don't know who she's talking about, but ABT says, sounds to me this man is pointing out how violent these men really are, but somehow that's not the main focus. Pulling a gun on the live could mean he's playing. That's a question. The acrobatics on this app. Wasn't there some acrobatics earlier about the young white lady coming on the channel using the N-word with impunity? Pulling a gun on the live gets no excuse. Oh, the excuse was he might have just been playing. He was playing. It was cool to pull the gun up. Y'all thoughts?
That's not cool because that's against the guidelines. They've
Period.
mentioned that years ago. I think about 2018 or 19. Because if you notice, you don't even see gun channels anymore.
Right, and you get the copy of the YouTube guidelines every month in your YouTube creator package, don't you, Shaw?
And any updates, yeah, you'll get them even sooner.
Yeah, right. Let's continue. Random comments about what Angry Men did, about Taz, about Sharon. These are just random grabs, folks, of what folks are saying. So don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. Now, Sharon, you and I are both familiar with Gino. And if I remember, Angry Man went on a campaign, so much so that Gino went out and bought the rights to Angry Man's shit.
Allegedly.
Allegedly? Okay.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah. Well, if I do remember, there was at one point in time that Angry Man had the masculine mercenaries.
That's a name. That was a name. Yes, that was a name.
What happened to that?
I don't know. The names just keep changing. Red pill,
right?
Table talk, this, that, and other.
Right. Red table talk, boss talk radio, the drip lounge.
Yeah, I can't keep up with all of that. I have no idea.
Yeah, but Gino was was in that mess there at one point in time, wasn't he? Well, I don't mean with that he was the cause of the mess, but Angry Man took out his Angry Man vengeance on him, on Gino, right?
Yes.
And Gino said, "Okay, you want to play games? Okay, welcome to here's my little friend." Lasted 3 years. That was 3 years ago. Folks still talking about that. I think so. I think the amount of money that Sharon is making is a threat to Angry Man. And it were interesting in that I have a clip that I'll do on another one. But there goes your boy again, digging in his greatest hits. He resurrected Cynthia G with the comb over this time.
Wait, is that
Batman? If y'all ever seen the old Batman commercial, and when Batman comes out and he does the little dance and then has his eyebrows, I'm sorry, Cynthia G, but that's what came to mind.
Nah.
Funny, he has Space Ghost there. But that's your boy. That's the GOAT. You got to resurrect Cynthia G.
Yeah, because you need the view.
18 folks is watching in, but they talk about my little channel.
Mm-hmm. I'm just so flabbergasted that Angry Bird brought out a piece of steel. Like, so was that like for his subscribers not giving him?
There's another one. There's your boy right there. How many hours does that say, Sharp? 5 hours? Yeah.
Not a 501 because it's a little.
Yeah, 5 hours and 1 minute and 32 seconds of them talking about the Rim brothers tried to ambush him. That was a week ago. Notice his sub count though. Every week his sub count goes up. Now he's at 2.8K.
Wow. It was just 2.2 when the gun, the pew pew was shown.
Yeah.
Notice that. Somebody said it earlier. This channel is going further and further down. Notice there's a method to this madness here. Sharon, this is proof. I don't have to say this. This is your channel. This is your life, sir. As the old station used to say, this is your life.
Yeah.
Rim Brothers. This is what everybody's talking about. Rim Brothers, Red Pill, Manosphere, Fooler.
Folks is going to put in Angry Man's life. That's right.
Again, here's Big J, my man Big J, saying that he's gonna put the white folks in Angry Man's life. Somebody disagreed with that, said that he shouldn't have. Well, you want to understand Brownsville is a policeman. The black policeman didn't do anything. Am I wrong?
No, I agree. Didn't do one thing. Like a Becky Come On panel, they just kind of sit back because I guess she's gonna cry Karen
Peace
or something.
to the queen. Peace to the queens. PH Diva, Bomb Cherry, Rogue C. Peace and love. Peace and love. Raw Talk. Chara Willie. Vonda. Peace to the queens. 15 minutes
to say that he's a Pandora. But I agree with Candy. Like he can call them Rim Bro all day, every day. But
yeah, actually, and I said that myself. I was saying to myself, I was hoping that moniker didn't stick, but hit dogs are holler.
Well,
you are what you are. You are what you eat, right? Let's continue.
That's why I know white folks is going to put in Angry Man's life.
Look at this guy right here. Y'all remember him? I did a stream on him a couple of weeks back. You think it's all right to sleep with underage children?
Oh, this listen.
Ringo did a stream on him.
I don't know why he is. I don't see how he got the subscribers he got, because he talking about girls that start their period young are considered women. Why are people still?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Absolutely. I did a stream on that. Ringo TV. But I want y'all to notice something. He says, putting something on the grill. First barbecue in North Carolina. 4,200 folks watched that bullshit video.
You done moved a polo.
You had nothing better to do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I say you got polo on now.
Okay.
It must be a North Carolina thing.
That's a bolo.
That
are they that
horse
big?
That horse got 3 legs.
That is too big. Now he needs to stop. He got that straight from
that's a what you call them thrift store polo right there.
It might be a North Carolina thing.
He bought that off the rack. Up nowhere. He bought that off the rack. It wasn't folded.
Hey, man, I want to ask you this, Third World. Why would you have 700,000 go on somebody's channel, brandish a gun, knowing that they can get their channel struck down? Because you see this guy.
Good question. I don't know who Reg the Bad Guy is. I've never watched his. Why would you go over to another man's stream and intentionally pull out a gun or a weapon or a knife or porn bomb him if your intent was not to destroy his channel?
Right. Doesn't make sense.
Does not make sense. It was absolutely
sorry because of the GOAT. That's the only reason. Calling kind of men out, but you find out he just like them. So
he's just like him, and I hate to say it. Have I followed Taz before? Yes, I have. Do I agree with everything he says? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I think I ran in smart with him when he said that black men in the military was Uncle Sam broken bucks. I don't think you could have lasted through Marine Corps boot camp, to be quite honest with you, Taz.
No,
I don't think you would have been. I think you would have been a cat folk. Send home. See drag.
I don't think that attitude would allow it. He wouldn't make it.
Getting a lot of cash. He's don't play good. You ask me that question.
Right. Why even ask that question? Obvious what the answer. Third ward. And there's this question. So this is not the first time
18, 19.
the angry man has pulled out the weapon. Huh?
So if you count those years, that's before. That's when they changed the guidelines.
Standards. Yes, exactly. That's right. So he could get away with that 3 or 4 years ago.
Right. Lord.
That's third ward. That go your answer. You say you remembered it. So why would you ask Reg the Badger?
That's what I can't understand about people. They forget.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I'm sorry about that. No, I was just saying.
No, go ahead.
What gets me is people forget like what these individuals do and how they can remain around. Like you pulling out pew on panels, and it's not your first time. You going around threatening people on other people's panels and been going on for long. Like I didn't understand how these people got a following with this kind of behavior.
That's always been my question. I think, sure. I think that was one of the major questions when you first introduced me to the YouTube streets, and I started getting familiar. Here's the angry man, and this is where the initial Sharon. This is where you got hornswoggled at. I'm gonna put that lightly. This is where you got hornswoggled at, my man.
Getting bigger, keep doing your thing, keep doing. I just had to come up here real. I see you growing over here. I see your channel getting bigger.
That means right there. I was watching you from afar. I see you growing. Now it's time for me to come over here and make my presence felt. I see Tommy Sotomayor was on your channel. I can't be outdone by Sotomayor. Yeah. I got to get on over there. Thoughts, ladies?
You might want to hold on that clip when the guy loses his channel. So that way when he wonder why, you can just give this to him.
Give him that and say, hey, this is why. No other explanation needed. This was the beginning of your downfall. You just didn't see it.
Look at him being humble and bowing like, oh, thank you.
Right. Some folks would question that in some of them streets. I'm just saying.
Don't get me started.
Keep doing your thing. Keep doing what you do, man. I just had to.
See? All right, here goes another one. I'm not sure who this particular young lady is, but they're talking about the angry man, but they're not even referring to him as a man. They're referring to him as the angry girl.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry, can you see that?
I gotta get some water. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Or get you some water. I'm gonna since you coughed on it, I'm gonna let you read it.
Okay. Lord, angry girl. That's funny.
You covered your parchness.
I did the best I could. I don't know who Venus is, but Venus is a bit off the mark with the praise of Angry Girl when she was earlier in the stream passionately and eloquently calling out the legion of black men and content creators who trash and demean black women. Angry Girl is at the top of that list. He has a long history of saying and doing a ton of stuff anti-ethical to what this platform expounds to be about. So as I support her earlier comments, it's getting blurry on my end about calling
Okay,
out men who do this harm to Black women. I would expect her to call him out as well, and not for praise. It's this selective call out that makes us viewers think big YouTubers get a pass no matter how trashy they are. And I think that is I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what that IJS is. I'm just saying. I agree. I'm just saying this, and I think you're absolutely right. Angry Man shouldn't get a pass, but you can obviously see that when you go over this Shimon Bracey's chat, Angry Man's there, or Sotomayor's there, or some other big content creators. They obviously get a pass. And the history of Angry Man, you may not know it wrong, but Sean and I, we've been around long enough to know the history of Angry Man. He built his platform of disrespecting Black.
Okay.
Char, would you agree with that?
After 2019, yes.
Yep, Kenny Kane, he sure did get bodied by that blue haired.
Get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading this. This is just actual clips from the YouTube. Move over. And I found this.
Okay.
Let's see what else we found. Okay, I'm familiar with this young lady here, Cola 14. Let me stop that. Let me go back. Let me go back just a little bit. I wonder when let's sit back and wait to see the outrage.
You're waiting a long time.
That's all I can say
Right,
about
don't
that.
hold your breath.
Don't hold your breath. Here's another one of those hashtag SBGs. It's stuck. Why men judge women more harshly than other men. That's a no-brainer. I'm right. I'm not even gonna go into that. But these are just just driving down the YouTube streets, and this is what we see in the YouTube streets.
Over there wrecking his softball era.
Let's examine this particular picture right here. What they say down here in South Carolina, right here. Hold on, gotta get some stuff. We got Sexy Red. We got Hunter Biden, an Angry Man, and in the back, if you do drop in, we got Dr. Umar. I say again, in the back.
Donation, my
and the do drop in. Right. In the back. We got Dr. Umar.
Doctor.
But guilty of what? What is Sexy Red guilty of?
What? Let me guess.
What is
for being a grown woman?
Right. You're right. Being right. Guilty of being that's hot. That hoe over there. Okay, that's not news. How about Umar? What is he guilty of? Guilty of what? They say for the last 20 years he's been trying to build a school. That ain't new news.
Well, now I heard he's trying to go look for a school in Tennessee. Dude, you still haven't opened up the school in Delaware. What is going on here?
Oh boy.
Like, oh my goodness. They're asking for them donations.
It's Hunter Biden. That's the conversation. With 570 folks watching, but keeping in mind, this man has over 250,000 subs.
Oh wow.
He can only pull in 500 that particular stream.
See, to me, that's a struggle
more.
channel. That's a struggle.
That's a struggle stream. No different from my stream. Third ward. I answered your question, so we don't need to continue that. Why would angry man be jealous of Sharon? Is 300,000 something subs away from 1 million subs. Negro, please. Let's continue. I only got a few more clips here. We're going to end up rounding this up here in just a few minutes there, ladies and gentlemen. Nigga went on a tangent of how fucked up Claire Huxtable years ago. Now he comparing her. Who's that in the back? Serena?
Is that Sexy Red again?
I don't know. It might be Sexy Red again. He love him some Sexy Red. He got pinups. There goes the when took his ass over to Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Untold American history had 59 views. But these are the guys that run around the other struggle streams. He says his chat was violated by a black woman. But that was the reason right there. That's for a YouTuber who are the kid. You lied on the stream that a black woman took your channel down, but YouTube took it down for the shit that you just posted. How dumb can you get? The GOAT. Might run into his wife. I was on the rubbish, some used and abused channels over there kicked out. Look, man.
That's 706,000.
6K subscribers. One point. You mean to tell me that you could only get 500 people in a particular chat? You should be balling out of control.
That's on average of those with less, much less. About because I know I watch
like
news
my
channels.
Right. Why is he talking about mayor that's no longer in office anymore? The corruption class, Lori Lightfoot versus Tiffany Henry. When did these two meet? Did you know?
I know Lori Lightfoot is going to or plan to what is she gonna do? She's the attorney, but as far as them, maybe that's what the battle means. I don't know.
Right, but he got on here mayor versus.
Yeah, it's a little deceptive there.
Very deceptive.
Right, 590. You got but you got 700 some thousand subscribers. There he is, right there. 431 watch you with your Darth Vader impression.
Yep.
I'll never catch that. Nyla, she's explaining why she lost her channel. You want to or did I do it? I don't know. But that was the reason why Nyla gave for losing her channel. My
now the screen was blurry on my end.
Yeah, it's blurry.
It's blurry on your end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it does that if you don't have it uploaded.
Okay, folks, I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it'll go. I'm sorry, but YouTube platform was removed. It's YouTube platform was removed. And with that, I was in a big screen, so I didn't see a lot of the comments that was going on. So let me take that off the screen here. Let me take this off the screen. Let me remove this. Okay. Now we get all this stuff off in here. But anyway, let's go ahead and begging for cash apps. That's what these guys do. That's what they're good at, begging for cash apps, putting out false information, disrespecting the women folks. And when you're calling it out on them, all of a sudden you're a hater, or you're no alibi.
Oh, you're a bargain, DJ.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've been borging a while, but I was able to catch some of it. So
yeah, same.
Okay. All right. I've been borging for a while. Then I'm definitely gonna have to go in this using my microphone. My apologies, but last words from you ladies before we get out of here.
Well, make sure you suited up when you go out in them YouTube streets. You never know what's gonna fly past you.
That part.
Yeah.
I definitely
Right.
motioned that.
Yeah.
But no, I just appreciate you for having me up here on the panel. I was gonna do a live, but I think I'm a troll tonight. I haven't trolled in a good while. That's what's going on out here in the streets on a Friday night.
Okay.
She said she'd go to troll.
I enjoyed this.
I thank you so very much for coming up. Again, folks, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was borging, so I don't know how much of the stream that you caught or when I was borging or whatever. But again, Sharon, any last words from you before we get out of here again?
That would be all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Then with that, thank y'all so very much for dropping in. Check me out Sunday nights, Classic R&B Jams, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscription box. All right, with that, we out here.